My name is Carmen Garvis, and I'm 2019 Carlston Foundation honoree. I teach engineering at Sanger High School in Sanger, California. So it's something that is very real. It happens all the time in any class, no matter what you teach. And most of the time it's because they have not been able to connect with the teacher. So I find out that just getting to know a little bit about themselves and why they're there. My class is an elective. So there has to be a reason why they're chosen this elective. And once I bring that up into the surface, then it might have been my issue that I haven't been able to engage him properly or her properly, or maybe it's because the environment is not, the student doesn't feel comfortable in the environment. Most of the things happen females, for example. We have a classroom that is full of male predominant boys instead of girls. So my first reaction is to have a one-on-one talk with the student. And I do recall one of my students several years ago, she will come with a hoodie all the time on, and she did not want to take the hood. And one of my rules in the classroom is for students to have no hood so they can open their face and they're open into communication with other students. And I asked her, why is it that you're trying to completely close up and not do any type of conversation in our teamwork environment and activities? And she said to me that she is open to communicate, but that she didn't feel that others were open to hear her out. And so that opened my eyes. And by knowing that, I started developing strategies such as team building activities and give her the confidence that, yes, you are worthy being in the class. You have a lot of important inputs to give to your team. And I have to tell you that by building her self-esteem and building her confidence also, that she is an asset into the class, as well as others that she saw and thought that they were better than her. She opened up and she graduated 2 years ago. Last year, 2018. She called me, she joined a community college and she wants to pursue architecture. And she went ahead and called me up and asked me if she could mentor my students. And to me, that was it was amazing, because not only now she wasn't even to talk before, now she's outreaching to mentor and pass on and experience and tell the kids how the whole experience of being in the program has been for her. When she was a senior, I also selected her to go to the Chevron Design Challenge and be one of the presenters. So from having this girl with a hood and then having this girl that was willing to put an outfit, a professional outfit, and present a project, it was huge. So
all because you cared enough to show her.
Just getting to know the student. Well, and that also happens a lot. I have 4 feeders, 4 8th grade feeders in the school district. We're the only high school. And I get a lot of students that have had prior knowledge in STEM applications, not to the level in which we teach it, but they have at the very beginning, they have some of the knowledge, some of the basic skills that I have to teach other students that have not been exposed to that. Usually what I do is I base it on 2 main strategies. Number 1, whenever we have a project, I make sure that I have different rigors into the level of the problem. And for example, if we're into a 3D modeling assignment, I start with the very basic of making just a small, simple shape. Then I usually have 4 different problems that they have to solve, or 4 different designs, to then start adding a combination of more challenging features and sketch needing, geometry needs into the sketch, to the point in which I ask them, okay, now can you assemble 2 pieces? So they don't all have to complete the assembly, but that gives me the opportunity for the students that are already knowing the basic to challenge themselves, because that's what I think, whenever they're not feeling engaged, they don't get engaged because they're not challenged, because they already know some of the material. And if I don't take care of them, then the class my classroom management is going to suffer because then they start getting a little bit talkative or distracted. And I don't want them to distract the students that have to learn the basics. So that's one strategy that I use, having different rigors into the assignment. It takes a little bit longer at the beginning, but it pays off tremendously because then you have everybody learning in the classroom, and then you see that they're all satisfied with the skills that they're gaining. Another strategy that I use is the mentoring program. I have little bit of professional learning communities in my classroom. So my setup, it has rows and 4 sittings into each row. So I usually try to see students that have different levels of skills within that assignment so they can contribute to each other. Sometimes this student may have a lack of knowledge in this topic, depending on the topic that we're working on, but then that might change in the next assignment. That student might be less knowledgeable depending on the topic that we're working on. So by then becoming mentors to each other, then they try to share what they know, and the students that knew at the beginning can re-emphasize that they know the concept by teaching another student, and then vice versa, the other student learn from them. So that's what I do.